not even getting votes, which sucks. Okay. Good afternoon, football fans. Big Al here on this Monday, October 21st, 2024, and welcome into the latest college football rankings entering Week 9 of the 2024 season. We'll be taking a look at both the Associated Press and the AFCA coaches polls through 8 weeks of the season. Now, they will start releasing the college football playoff rankings. Those will be on Tuesday nights, and I think I will be doing those live as they happen. So join me in a couple weeks when they start with the college football playoff rankings, and then we'll go off of those instead of the AP poll. Speaking of which, let's get to the latest AP Top 25 college football poll entering Week 9. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell to get notified every time I go live. And here we go. We have a new number one team in the AP Top 25, and that's the Oregon Ducks. 7-0 record, 1,523 points, and 59 first place votes. They moved up a spot from last week. They shut out Purdue on the road 35-0, and this week they have a big game against Illinois. More on where they landed in just a moment. Moving up 3 spots to number 2 are the Georgia Bulldogs. 6-1 record, 1,434 points, and 2 first place votes. Scored that big road win at formerly number 1 Texas, 30-15. I'll tell you where the Longhorn fell in just a bit. Georgia is off in Week 9. At number 3 and holding steady are the Penn State Nittany Lions. 6-0 record, 1,375 points. They were off in Week 8, but they are back at it this week when they visit Wisconsin at Camp Randall. Staying in the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes remain at number 4. 5-1 record, 1,353 points. They were also off last week, and they're back on the gridiron this week hosting the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Last week's number 1, the Texas Longhorns, fell 4 spots to number 5. 6-1 record, 1,257 points. Losing at home to then number 5 Georgia, 30-15. They head to Nashville this week to face Vanderbilt, and spoiler alert, they are ranked this week. I'll tell you where shortly. Hanging tough at number 6, the Miami Hurricanes. 7-0 record, 1,242 points. They won a shootout at Louisville last week, 52-45. This week they will host the struggling Florida State Seminoles. Up 4 spots to number 7 are the Tennessee Volunteers. 6-1 record, 1,075 points. They scored an upset win over Alabama, 24-17. The Tide were previously ranked at number 7. We'll tell you where they fell in a moment. Tennessee is off this week. No change for the LSU Tigers, hanging at number 8. 6-1 record, 1,049 points. They beat up Arkansas 34-10, and their road trip continues into College Station this week against Texas A&M, and they are also ranked where? I'll tell you. Up 1 spot to number 9 are the Clemson Tigers. 6-1 record, 984 points. They defeated Virginia last week 48-31, and they have an extra week to prepare for their next opponent. Likewise with the Iowa State Hawkeyes, or rather the Iowa State Cyclones, down a spot to number 10. 7-0 record, 972 points. They defeated UCF 38-35, and they are off this week as well. Next up are the BYU Cougars, moving up 2 spots to number 11. 7-0 record, 910 points. They defeated Oklahoma State 38-35, and they will play the aforementioned UCF Golden Knights this week in Orlando. And that is not what I wanted to do. Go back to the rankings, please. There we go. All right, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish remain at number 12. 6-1 record, 891 points. They defeated Georgia Tech 31-13, and this week they will host number 24 Navy. Now that game was played in Atlanta, but it wasn't on Georgia Tech's normal home field. They played at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Indiana Hoosiers are up 3 spots to number 13, 7-0 record, 830 points. They blew away Nebraska 56-7, and this week they host Washington. The Texas A&M Aggies remain at number 14, 6-1 record, 748 points. Winning on the road at Mississippi State 34-24, they return home for a test with number 8 LSU. Biggest drop in the AP poll goes to the Alabama Crimson Tide, tumbling 8 spots to number 15. 5-2 record, 643 points. Losing in Knoxville last week against Tennessee 24-17, they'll try to get back in the win column with a home date against the Missouri Tigers, who are coming up in the rankings, so stay tuned. Up 1 spot to number 16 are the Kansas State Wildcats. 6-1 record, 576 points. They blew out West Virginia in Morgantown 45-18, and they're back home hosting their in-state rivals from Lawrence, the Kansas Jayhawks. Down 2 spots to number 17 are the Boise State Broncos. 5-1 record, 573 points. They were off in week 8. They're back in action this week at UNLV. Holding steady at number 18 is the Ole Miss Running Rebels. 5-2 record, 408 points. They were also off in week 8. They will play host to the Oklahoma Sooners up next. The Pittsburgh Panthers are at 1 spot to number 19. 6-0 record, 396 points. They were also off in week 8. This week they will host Syracuse. The Illinois Fighting Illini gained 2 spots to number 20. 6-1 record, 392 points following their 21-7 victory over the defending national champion Michigan Wolverines, who fell out of the rankings. And Illinois defeated Michigan for the first time since 2009, ending a 6-game losing streak in the series. Now they're about to get tested. They're headed out west to face top-ranked Oregon. The Missouri Tigers are down 2 spots to number 21. 6-1 record, 359 points. They defeated Auburn in a defensive battle, 21-17. Now they're about to get tested as they visit 15th-ranked Alabama. The SMU Mustangs drop a spot to number 22. 6-1 record, 313 points. That despite blowing out Stanford on the road 40-10. They are off to Durham this week to face the Duke Blue Devils. The Army West Point Cadets remain at number 23. 7-0 record, 193 points. They defeated East Carolina 45-28. And they are off this week. By the way, Army is off to their best start since 1996. Number 24, up 1 spot, is another service school, the Navy Midshipmen. 6-0 record, 166 points. They defeated Charlotte 51-17, and this week they will play host to number 12 Notre Dame. Actually, that game is being played at MetLife Stadium. And new at number 25, replacing the Wolverines, are the Vanderbilt Commodores. Yes, the Vanderbilt Commodores. 5-2 record, 92 points. They won a non-conference game against Ball State 24-14. Now they play host to number 5 Texas this coming week. So the only team that dropped from the rankings were the Michigan Wolverines, previously at number 24. Now they're not even getting a single point in the AP after losing to Illinois. Here are the teams that are receiving votes. Washington State has 46 points, Syracuse 15, UNLV 5, Duke 2, South Carolina, Liberty, and Nebraska with 1 point each. Now let's turn our attention to the AFCA coaches poll entering week 9. And just like in the Associated Press poll, the Oregon Ducks take the number 1 spot, moving up a spot. 7-0 record, 1,323 points, and 51 first place votes. They shut out Purdue 35-0, of course, and they host Illinois. At number 2, up 2 spots, are the Georgia Bulldogs, 6-1 record, 1,238 points, and 2 first place votes after the upset win at Texas. Penn State stays at number 3, 6-0 record, 1,197 points. Number 4, up a spot, is Ohio State, 5-1 record, 1,107 points. Miami moves up 1 spot to number 5, 7-0 record, 1,087 points, just ahead of Texas, who fell 5 spots to number 6. 6-1 record, 1,082 points. Number 7 is LSU. They're up a spot from last week. 6-1 record, 946 points. Tennessee moves up 2 spots to number 8. 6-1 record, 916 points. Clemson stays at number 9. 6-1 record, 907 points. Iowa State moves up a couple spots to crack the top 10. 7-0 record, 829 points. Notre Dame stays at number 11, 6-1 record, 809 points. BYU inches up a spot to 12, 7-0 record, and 740 points. Indiana has the biggest jump in this week's coaches poll, up 5 spots to number 13, 7-0 record, 651 points. Texas A&M stays at number 14, 6-1 record, 641 points. Alabama took an 8-point drop to number 15, just as they did in the AP poll. 5-2 record, 554 points. Kansas State is up a spot to number 16, 6-1 record, 488 points, just a couple points ahead of number 17 Missouri, who slipped a spot. 6-1 record, 486 points. Ole Miss is at number 18, down 3 spots from last week. 5-2 record, 444 points. Boise State remains at number 19, 5-1 record, 379 points. Pittsburgh is at 6-0 and 359 points, and they stay at number 20. Illinois is 6-1 with 347 points, remaining at number 21. SMU moved up a spot to number 22, 6-1 record, 249 points. Army is up a spot to number 23, 7-0 record, 185 points. Navy is at number 24. They're one of 2 newcomers. 6-0 record, 115 points, and the other newcomer is Vanderbilt at number 25. 5-2 record and 37 points. Michigan and Nebraska both dropped from the coaches poll. Michigan was previously ranked number 22. Nebraska was number 25. Others receiving votes include UNLV with 28 points, Syracuse 27, Washington State 25, Duke with 7, Liberty and Memphis with 6 apiece, Tulane and Wisconsin with 3 apiece, Cincinnati 2, Nebraska still getting a point, and Arizona State is also getting a point. That's a look at the latest college football rankings entering week 9 of the 2024 season. We have 2 videos to record tomorrow, including my NFL recap for week number 7 on the week that was, and the week 9 college football television schedule, since we do have games playing tomorrow to start week 9. Both of those are coming on Tuesday. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching and enjoy the pigskin. Peace out.